Greetings, my name is Diana Rendon and this is my first lesson plan for Pasantías Preprofesionales 1. Before I start this video, and this is for all of the rest of my videos, the didactic material I am using for these videos is a bit on the small size. This is due to the quarantine. I was unable to print them on the proper size. If I was guiding a class proper, I will use proper size material. Now, for starters, a teacher should have predictable routines to help reduce students' anxiety, aid in discipline, and organization of the classroom. The moment I walk in through the doors and greet the students, they should be aware that putting away materials from other subjects and taking their seats is what is expected of them. Today's topic is the five senses. To introduce the day's topic and as an anticipatory set, I will be using the song Street Fair that comes along with their base book. This is a fun way to introduce the vocabulary we will be using through this unit. The anticipatory set, this song also helps and is used as a predictable routine during the English class. Now, using a poster and track 2 of their book, I will guide the students into a listen and point exercise. This will require the students to repeat after me several times. This will help them become familiar with the vocabulary and pronunciation that we will be using during this unit. For this part of the lesson, I will be using the audiolingual method. The audiolingual method uses repeating drills and corrects mistakes as soon as they present themselves. For the next part of the class, I will be using realia along with the direct method to help students describe objects and associated with their five senses. Now, as you know, the direct method uses the target language, focuses on oral skills, and introduces a grammar inductively. For this part, I will go from desk to desk or call the students to the front of the class and ask them to interact with realia. What I need them to do is describe the objects with simple language and associate them with their senses. Now, for example, if a student chooses to interact with a bottle of perfume, the words I elicit from them is the perfume smells sweet. If they choose to interact with candy, the words I elicit from them is the candy tastes sweet. If they choose to interact with flashcards, they choose the flashcard, and what they are supposed to say, what I elicit from them is the cat looks happy. As a last step for my class, I will organize them in groups or pairs, depending on the number of students, and ask them to work in worksheets that have sorting abilities. I ask the students to work in groups to help them develop their interpersonal intelligence and also to become more cooperative. The worksheets they are supposed to solve requires them to look for objects and sort them depending on the sense they use to interact with it. Now, for example, if the picture they find is the picture of a trumpet, like in here, they cut it and paste it according to the sense they use to interact with it, which is here. If they find pictures of flowers, perfume, soap, or paint, they cut it and paste in their sense of smells. They work in groups to help guide each other through the activity, and me as teacher, I will be working from desk to desk, providing help when necessary, and correcting any mistakes that may pop up. On top of the previous mentioned methods, I also will be using the total physical response method peppering throughout the lesson. When I ask the students to put away materials, take out materials, volunteer, or take their seats, I am using commands, therefore I'm helping them with the total physical response. As a final step in my class, I also strive to create a positive environment in my lessons. That, along with predictable routines helps me keep students motivated. It helps me with crowd control and helps with discipline in my classroom. Thank you.